Good evening. Hey, Lady Justice. How you doing? Hey, Valentine, baby. How you doing? Thank you, Lady Justice. Thank you so much. I try to make sure I'm dressed decent. Like I said, I do care about my appearance. Whether I'm coming on here for y'all because it's not a show. This is pretty much me when I'm at home, when I'm out and about. Now, since I've been coming on here, now I can say I've been using a lot of my jewelry that I wasn't using before because I wasn't. Sometimes I wouldn't switch up on some things, but since I've been coming on here, and some of y'all just like to look at the jewelry, I just say, hey, I'll give y'all a jewelry show. Child, it's hot here in Texas too. It's hot. Today being the first day of spring, I told y'all I put my AC on I put it on last night. So it wasn't really kicked on all day today. Uh, but it's a little cool now, then kick back on. So yeah. I'm not used to running my air till May. I'm not used to running it until May. But unfortunately, you know, gotta do what we gotta do. So I missed my 1 minute mark. Hey, Winsome. Robinson. How you doing? You got a laughing poop. I don't know if you're laughing at me or you're just laughing. Y'all hit the like button. I guess we're gonna have this back and forth, back and forth. Make sure this music not loud. I know everybody gonna be coming in slow over here because we have another content creator that takes my well, I've been building up my own people. So like I said, I'm still gonna come on. I mean, they know I come on at 8 o'clock. They choose to come on when they choose to come on. I'm gonna just come on when I come on. I'm not gonna disappoint the people that I have grown to know and love and grown to know and love me. So I'm at the 5 minute mark. I missed my 1 minute mark. Good evening, everybody. I'm Classy Lady. Welcome over to my channel. I'm a new content reaction channel, 10 weeks in. Thank you for stopping by. I would appreciate if you hit the like button, which is the thumbs up button, or you can double tap the screen. Some of y'all may have 3 buttons in the corner, but I don't think I went the other way. But nevertheless, I'm on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I would appreciate if y'all subscribe to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. I want to thank the ones that have already subscribed, whether you come on often to watch or you just come on every now and again. On my channel, I won't tolerate disrespect. derogatory comments or racial slurs or anything racist. So if you're into that, please exit to the left, stage door to the left, and don't bother to stick around, because it swirling insults at me or anybody that's in the chat stand the chance of you being either timed out or you being blocked from a channel. And you would, and if you on here all the time, that you would have to, make you another page and come back and try it again. So that's how we gonna operate that. So make sure everybody hit the like button. Hey, Gloria Wiley, how you doing? Glad y'all could stop by. I know another content creator was on. One of them scheduled at 8 o'clock, the same time I come on, but I think she redid hers for 9. But that's why I'm trying to build up my own audience, my own set of people, so we all don't have to rely on the same people, because, of course, the people that's been out here the longest and have more subscribers, they're going to pull a majority of the audience. But with that being said, that's why I'm consistent, coming out here, showing my face, not on a black screen, and to build up my own audience so that I don't have to worry about that. So regardless, if I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people in my chat, still going to come on and talk to people, because outside of the numbers that show on the screen, there are other people that view my channel for a couple of minutes, may stay the whole hour, or people are in and out, back and forth. So I appreciate whatever support that I get. Hey, Prisha Strickland. Hey, Riri Reacts. So y'all dust your feet off, or you come in my house. Don't bring none of that it in here. Come over here, relax, free your mind, and we're going to have some adult conversations. And hopefully that, my mouth greasy. That was a bunch of grease in the corner of my mouth. And hopefully y'all enjoy what I talk about, or what we going to talk about. We engaging in stuff. Don't just let me be the only one talking. Y'all engage too. Y'all can go ahead and speak to everybody in the chat. I'm not going to read who's speaking to who and all of that. I think y'all can read, and y'all intelligent enough and grown enough to speak to each other, as I am speaking to y'all when I see y'all coming in. I think I have gotten everybody so far that's here. The rest of the people are in the bushes, on the roof, in the nosebleed section. They choose not to drop down in the chat and talk or even say hi. You can always drop down and say hi. Got the little waving hand. That's fine with me. You can say you don't, you like the color red, or your favorite color, what state you're from. Just to break the ice, if you've never been in, you watch people on YouTube, but you've never actually been in their channel. You don't know what to say. You don't know how to say, how to start a conversation. You always can come over here to Classy Ladies channel. Just do the wave. You don't even have to wave. Just when you drop down and say hello, I can see you if I'm not running my mouth so much. But everybody's welcome. Like I said, the rules is no racial slurs, no derogatory comments, no insults, because you will face the thing of being banned from my channel or being timed out. I know you can go on other people's channel and sit there and insult them or say ugly things. I'm not that person. I'm not that one. So, I'm at my 10-minute mark. It's my should be my third announcement. Good afternoon, everybody. Good evening. I am Classy Lady. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for stopping by for whatever reason. Hit the like button. Tap the screen, my face. If you want to hit me in the face, hit it twice. It'll give me a thumbs up. And then you can also hit the notification bell to come over when I post that I'm gonna come on, or I'm pretty much consistent. Come on at 8 o'clock every night. Same day, same time, different day, different topic. So welcome everybody coming in. Welcome everybody that's coming over. And I think I've spoken to everybody that has dropped down so far. Like I said, you're welcome to drop down in the chat, say hi, engage in any conversation that's going on. Hit the like button. I don't know about y'all, but it's been pretty warm. This first day of spring, it has been pretty warm today. Last night I told y'all if y'all was here, I said I have to turn the air on before I go to sleep because it was just kind of muggy and kind of stale like in the house. Normally my house, if it's cold, it'll keep cool. If it's warm, it'll keep that or whatever. Unless I'm in and out of the house. Hey, loving my grandsons. Good evening. How you doing? So I had to put that AC on. So normally I don't have to put it on till May, but it didn't come that time. I don't know. I guess I didn't put too much lip gloss on. My mouth just is greasy like I've been eating some chicken. Y'all excuse me. Yeah. But thank y'all for coming over. My title was partying. Back in the day or now, I was listening to the radio today, and that was one of the topics. This young lady, what on one of the local radio stations, she has a topic every week, and so as I was listening, I say, "Oh, that would be a good topic to kind of elaborate. I mean, not elaborate, but to start on my channel, because I know y'all not here and y'all wouldn't have heard her. But if you have, then you know what I'm talking about." But it was about, do you party with your children? I thought that was a good conversation. Yes, it is. Texas can be hell when it's hot. Like my dear say, when it's hot. Yeah, so do you party with your children? And that's why I'm glad you're over here, because that's what I want to do. I want to talk about being positive. Well, not, but having a conversation where we're not going back and forth with one another. I'm not saying everything is on the upbeat over here, but it's not. I'm not playing tug of war with anybody. If anything, I put a topic, talk about a topic, and we have a conversation on it. Because, like I say, it vexed my spirit, or it just. I was listening to some stuff earlier, and I was like, when will it end? When will it end? We just want to be relaxed sometime and listen to something other than some of this stuff. Because some of these people like to argue back and forth, and they don't really, if you sit and listen to them, they don't have any content. They don't have any content. They cannot speak or talk about anything but the mess that's going on in the sector that we're in, the area that we're in. And that's all they can talk about. Back and forth, back and forth. Then new stuff started. Then it's back and forth, pouring salt into an open wound. So that's why I said, y'all, dust your feet off, leave that stuff out there, come over and enjoy yourself, relax. Okay, so it's a hard no. Okay. So if it's when I say partying with your kids, I'm talking about, well, one part I'm talking about clubbing, going out to the club with your child. I mean, you could be 60 and you have a 35-year-old or 40-year-old, and 60 is not old, and y'all going out to the club together. That's what that's what I'm getting at. That's what I want to know. And y'all drop a 1 in the chat if you would go to a club. Maybe I should have put club party in. But yeah, just that's one part of the conversation. Would you go clubbing with your child? At all. Okay. That didn't happen with me growing up. When my mom and daddy, we got to 20, 25, 30. They were grown. They were grown. It wasn't all that, where you going to the club at, and I'm going to the club with you and all that kind of stuff. No, they didn't play that. Their parents didn't play it. They didn't play it. And I ain't playing it. Because like the conversation was, people were calling in and said, were saying, oh, I don't think it's nothing wrong with it. Well, that's why some of these children, I don't want to step on nobody's toes. That's why some of the children are having children and raising children, or the children having children and you raising the grandchildren. Because their parents are not being responsible or not showing no being adult about the actions and the things that they're doing. A lot of us will say, the first grandchild, okay, I deal with that. You're gonna love all your grandchildren regardless. First grandchild, yeah, okay. Okay, now we got a baby. And they could be of age, Okay, I don't mind babysitting and this, that, and the other. But you keep having them and you think you're going to just dump them off on me to babysit? No. And it's not that I want to go party with you or anything of that nature. But like I said, some of us are still young. Some like to go to somewhere and listen to music. It could be a jazz club. It could be what we call a little hole in the wall, a BYOB. But when you go to somewhere like that, it's going to be more so grown folk, older people. Somewhere where, okay, say like when I was going, the guy that owned the club, he didn't tolerate rap. None of that. It was strictly old school grown music, blues. He liked Zydeco, and that was it. You didn't play rap in his club. He told the DJ. And when you would come and ask, people would come in, he said, don't play that stuff. And the DJs knew not to play it. Because he didn't want that type of crowd in his establishment. He wanted grown folks, grown folks. Because believe it or not, you still have people going out in their 70s. You still have people going out in their 70s. They have not put their party shoes up. They've been partying all their life and they refuse to. But they don't want to go out with their kids, with their children. And I think at a certain time you should, it's not a good thing. One person, hey Tracy, hey Marilyn, one person got on there and it was a younger guy and he said he was in hey Vesti, hey Oval, welcome y'all, welcome over. Hit the like button for me please. If you haven't subscribed, consider subscribing to my channel. I am on the road to 1,000 subs. One young fella got on there and he said that he was like 35 and him and his friends go out, and he said that really he liked older women. And he said where he would go out, it was most of the people like his age or whatever, around their 30s and stuff like that. He said, but there have been older women coming into the establishment where they go and party at. And he said, yes, I like an older woman, thick thighs, little thick woman. He said mature woman that, is established, got their self together. He said, but when he approaches the older women in their 50s and 60s that he's interested in them, they'll say, "Oh, go on, little boy, or go on, you too young for me. You too young for me. Go on," and you know. So I know what you said, Valentine, baby, but when I went to this particular place, that the man didn't allow he really didn't care for young people coming in there. He didn't allow baseball caps and all that kind of stuff in there as well. Hat turns backwards and stuff like that. The only hat you can kind of turn sideways or crooked was, you know, the older men wear them apple hats, them little flat apple hats, and they kind of crook them to the side or something like that. Now you come in there like that, that's something different. But when I was going, and I was in my 40s, there was there was some guys in there that was like 70, 72. And I'm telling you, they was in there. And those were the ones that didn't mind splurging and buying the drinks and things of that nature. But again, they didn't want to hang up they shoes. They was out. They wasn't really out there flirting. They was out there. They liked to dance and they liked to listen to the music. That's what they were doing. And they were very civilized and cordial. But they were not ready to hang up their shoes. Now, I think you need to hang up your shoes when you get pissy drunk and you peeing in your pants and you in a club. You need to be at home. And sometimes, and a lot of times, these were women. These were women doing that. Will sit there and wait to the last minute to get up to go to the restroom. Now, you know, when you out clubbing, this particular club ain't have but one women's restroom. You know, some of them may have two or whatever, but a lot of times it's always somebody in there. Sometimes the other toilet is clogged, so you might have one working one. And why would you wait till the last minute to get up to try to go to the restroom? You know it's a line. So you end up peeing in your clothes. I wouldn't want to go nowhere in my mama that age. And she drunk, she sloppy drunk till she peeing on herself. That's embarrassing. That's embarrassing. That's when you yeah. Yeah, Gloria. Same thing. Yeah. That's embarrassing. But it would happen all the time. And this same woman would do it all the time. Go out on Friday nights. She come out from happy hour. Come out for work. Come for happy hour. Normally, they would normally leave about 9. You know, the ones that had been there since 5. Oh, not her. Oh, she got to ride in there till about 10 something, and she by this time she slopped and she pissy. And I would say, why do she do that? Somebody needs to talk to her about that. But you know, hey, when you get set in your way, she probably been doing. She about no telling how long that woman been doing that. No telling. So the young man was saying that when he approached the older women and they be like, "Oh, you young, you too young," or whatever. His thing was, if I'm 35 and I'm too young, why are you in a club that's with 30, 35, 40-year-olds and you don't want nobody that young? You feel we're too young. So why are you in the watering hole with us? You need to go over there with the older folks or the people that you consider not young or the age group that you want to be with. And that was his message out. And I agree with him wholeheartedly. That's just like me going to somewhere where they 20 years old and I'm all in there with that rah-rah stuff and you know a fight gonna break out at some point. whether it's the women or the men, and it spills out on the outside or whatever, it's gonna be something that's gonna go on in there, or they doing something that's inappropriate, or I feel that's inappropriate, but they may not feel it's inappropriate, or the way they dress. You know, they see me in there. Well, I wouldn't wear this. I do have stuff that I can go out in that's not provocative, but they would still say, "Oh, look at that old woman in here." They would call me an old lady, an old woman. So why would I embarrass myself going out with some 20-year-olds dressed the way I be dressed and conservative, and they got their butt cheeks hanging all out, they breasts all I you know, and 6-inch heels, and I'm in some flats. And these days, since these sneaker balls and came out, most of us go out and put some tennis shoes on with a long dress. Because guess what? We done been in them 6-inch heels, them 3-inch heels, 5-inch heels. Now we done got older, our feet hurt. Not hurt, but hurt. And if you don't want your feet to be hurting, you're going to put on some comfortable shoes. And you don't give a dang who say something about it. Because you protecting your feet, because your feet hurt. At night when you get into bed, and I know y'all done experienced it. You done been on your feet all day, or you done been, say, to a carnival, like to the rodeo here, concert or something. You get in the bed and take them shoes off, just like we get home and take these bras off. Wait, you be wanting to slang them. You be wanting to take them off and slang them. You can't get in the house quick enough to get them out, or get in the house to take them heels off. And some of y'all got to run to the restroom. Y'all better stop that. You better start using the restroom before you leave work, because you could get caught behind an accident. This is a little gem, a little nugget I'm dropping. Stop halfway having to use the restroom, and then you want to run out, or you're so busy running out of work. Stop, use the restroom before you leave work. That way you don't have no issues. Because y'all know in big cities, if there's an accident, it could take an hour or so before they clear it where you are able to move. Sometimes all lanes are closed, especially if it's a real bad one. All lanes are closed. You can't get off on the feeder road. You can't go he, you can't go ha. They close it down, and you sitting there for hours. You have to use the restroom, so you got an option. Open your door, pee outside where the other people can see you, or you pee in your cup, pee on yourself. Some of them women be married, their husband be at home. Some of them husband don't go out, and they know their wives like to party. Just like some of them men, them older men I was telling you about, their wife would be at home. They didn't care. It's been older women say, long as he bring that, I can go pick that check up at that corner store where they hang out on Fridays. Or he bring that check, come home, bring his check, and then you go on out after that, you drop your check off. Some of the women don't care. Some of the men don't care. That's just not in them. They just don't like going out. Or they done hung up their party shoes. So, hey Vanessa, child, you be saying some words on here. I guess you driving and you saying stuff in the phone, putting what it want, cause all your comments got some stuff on here, and I sure can't. I know you Vanessa, but I sure can't decode what you're saying. You home or you almost home? Because baby, if you could go back and look at these words or these sentences that's under your name, you would be like, what in the world? But yeah, so y'all at work and you know you're getting ready to go home, go use the restroom. That way you ain't running over nobody trying to get home, causing no accidents or nothing like that. And if you get caught, is a accident or something on the road, you don't have to panic. But yeah, the young man said that he did not, that older women should not go out to the club where the younger people are if they don't want to be approached by somebody 30, 35, or 40 years old. That's their watering hole. That's where they go out. That's their kind of music. And if I see a fine young lady that attracts me, I'm going to go up and I'm going to approach her. He said, and my friends are too. But you shoot us down because you say we too young. So then I don't feel you should be at our watering hole. So I agreed with him 100% on that. I agreed with him 100% on that. Hey, Miss Lex. And so like I told y'all one time before, I don't party with young people, but my goddaughter, it was her mom's birthday, and we did a paint. We painted mats, door mats, and she had refreshments and champagne and stuff and mixed drinks and stuff. But after that, my goddaughter wanted us to go out with her. And we was like, nah, we don't want to go to no teeny bopper club. We don't want to. No, they be playing y'all kind of music and stuff like, no, we don't want to go there. And she begged us. I don't know what her point was. She said that a friend was a bartender there. Maybe her friend was new. I think she was a new bartender there. And she wanted, I guess, some experience on making drinks or whatever. And so we decided to go. I think it was about 5 of us. And I told y'all we was in one of those round booths. And we all sitting up on each other. And we all looking crazy. Because really wasn't hardly no one in there. But the DJ, when he saw us come in, come on, y'all, hit that like button. I got 22 likes and 30 people looking at me. So, hey, Iona, how you doing? No, that's her mama's name started with a V. But So, we end up going, and so the music, they played. I guess he looked over there and seen, said it was some old women. But it wasn't hardly no one in there. And then he had a couple of older men in there. And, but, they must have came in their happy hours because they was walking sideways and couldn't stand up good. Hey, Viola, how you doing? So we sat in there. And first thing I said, I'm hungry. I want me something to eat. And I don't want to stop. She said, oh, they got this new restaurant just opened up next door. So what Classic Lady did? I picked up my purse and I went next door to order me some food. That's what I went to do. And the rest of us, everybody followed suit. We went to order us some food, so we didn't have to worry about it going home. We didn't have to worry about stopping or anything. So we sitting up there with containers of food, with our food. And she was like, well, what y'all want to drink? I say, well, they don't have nothing frozen. I don't really want none. So she say, oh, Nanny, try this drink. Child, her friend fixed the drink. I ain't need no hookup. I say, tell her to put more juice. Whatever it is you getting ready to hook me up, tell her to put more juice in there than alcohol. I don't like the taste of alcohol. I really don't. And got the drink. She say, oh, she put you a lot of juice in there, Nanny. I don't know what kind of juice she put in there. And that triple sec. I don't know what that's made with. So, ooh, RSV, baby. I know you sure was sick. Oh, my goodness. Take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Yeah. So I don't know what I went into the drink or what I was in there, whatever. But you can best believe my drink sat there and watered down. And I drank some of it and I said, I can't do this no more. So then it started getting about 10 o'clock. So people started coming in. Of course, the skirts and the dresses got smaller. The tops got cropped to see through to halfway none. The hats on the head start becoming baseball caps and white t-shirts. The music start change. I say, time for me to go. I say, it's time for me to go. Look outside, like they call it the boulevard or the strip. What was that? Was that Calumet? I think, no, that wasn't Calumet. I forgot that famous strip. And it's one of them streets on 3rd Ward that got about 10 clubs. 10 clubs. It had another one across that was doop to doop to doop to doop to doop. That's all you heard. You couldn't hear no singing, but you heard doop to doop to doop to doop. Something that make your head hurt. You come home with a migraine. And the music changed. It started getting more traffic. They're hanging out the window of the cars and stopping for no reason and all that. I say, you know, it's time to go. So that was the one time. I say, child, you ain't got to never worry about, don't ask Nana to go to no club with you no more. I say, I don't know what the deal was, why you wanted us to come. You said your friend was a new bartender. Okay, we didn't patronize. We all bought a drink to patronize her and tip her. But that wasn't nothing for me. Y'all should have seen me walking out looking like this. Holding on to my purse. Because my purse was too big. When I go out, I have a small purse. I have a small purse when I go out. Something about this big. With maybe a little handle on it where I could put it on my arm and hold it or something like that. Not the regular purse I go to the go somewhere with, or we going out to dinner, you know, nothing fancy. We all had one of those kind of purses. None of us had an evening bag because we wasn't prepared. And I wasn't going to leave my purse in the car because you got these little guys that put on these little vests like they work there. Then you park your car, give them your money. They on bit more work there. You come out your car towed or the wrecker got it jacked up in the air. So we had to question him because I told him, if I pay you my money, we could park here. I said, you take my money or work here. I said, I promise you, I'm gonna hunt you down. If I got to come out here every night and look for you, and I said, I'm gonna jack you up for my $10 plus whatever the record charged me or whatever. So I said, no, that wasn't the place for me. So like I said, we went. I don't know what the real deal was because we already had enough once we came from the birthday party, from the paint party. That was enough. Mama had some drinks there. Everybody could have had them a drink and some champagne, sandwiches, cake, all of that, the whole 9 yards. Wasn't no use for us going nowhere else. I wasn't prepared to go nowhere else. So from that, but no, I don't go to them young people spots. Them young people, and when that music change, hey, ADHD, they are not the same. They are not the same. I don't know what get in them or whatever. But, you know, all that doom music, and you don't know what they saying, or they rap, you don't know what they saying, and if they say something, is witch, and F you, and ussy, and when I was growing up and Run DMC and LL Cool J, them that did that, the rap and the bebopping and all that, they wasn't saying all of that. Sugar Hill Gang, y'all know I'll play music. I can't play music till in April because they told me I played Tina Marie, and I guess that's an absolute no-no. But anyway, long as I was playing Sugar Hill Gang and the road bounce and that kind of music, it was fine. The hip hop, the funkadelic and all of that stuff from back in the day, you didn't hear all of that. They sing about Aqua Boogie and all that kind of stuff. Well, you could sing what they were singing. Never learned to swim. Can't find the rhythm of the stroke. Why should I hold my breath, feeling that I may choke? That's the kind of stuff we listen to. We ain't listen to all that old stuff they got now. So that's why I don't understand how uh, these people can go out with their children, go out clubbing, partying. Now, if you have a house party at the house and you got other family members there, that's different. Especially if y'all playing cards and dominoes and uh, just different games. You might be playing what is that, Pictionary, Visionary, where you guess what they trying to say and stuff. When you doing stuff like that, or you doing karaoke, I can see your kids or kids of all ages being there. But and then if you got a grandma or great grandma there, they not gonna be letting you play all that music that's cussing, all that with all that cussing in there. They'll tell the DJ, if you don't have a cleaner version, you're gonna have to play something else. They don't allow that. And even though I'm grown and I've been grown for a while, I don't feel comfortable drinking my daiquiri in front of my mama. Even if when we was out to eat. My mama knew I drank a daiquiri. She said, you ain't gonna get you no daiquiri? Nah, I'm gonna pass on the daiquiri. I just get a dessert. I didn't feel comfortable sitting up there, and my parents, they don't drink. I didn't feel comfortable me sitting up there with a big old daiquiri and my mama, I'm talking to my mama and that's just me. I'm not saying when you go out with your parents, you can't have it. I'm just saying me. I didn't feel comfortable, so I didn't do it. Or even if they come to my house, I don't feel comfortable. Or what has happened, and if you drink beer, you might not be standing up there drinking it out of the bottle. At some point, you'll say, you got a cup. Sis, you got a cup. What you need a cup for? Well, I want to pour my beer in there. Oh, well, mama know you. Man, I don't want to be doing this here in front of mom and daddy. Give me a cup. Even though they know you drink, give me a cup. Let me pour this in the cup or something. I don't want to be doing that. We had respect for our parents. Some people do. I mean, it's each to his own. My whole thing was, do you go partying, and I should have said clubbing, with your children? Hey, Soul Daddy, how you doing? Hey, Kiss This Ring. Welcome, everybody. Make sure y'all hit the like button while y'all coming in. Yeah. So, yeah, and then you did have some men get on there. And they they were saying that they were close to their sons and stuff like that. And they said, no, I'm not going out. I'm not going no club with my son. Because he may see something. I might want to grind on a old school say he may want to grind on a woman like back in the day. He might want to rub on something. He don't want his son up there looking at him doing that. I guess he getting feisty. He said, I don't want to see my son doing that either. He said, but I might want to rub on something. I don't want my children seeing that. No, I ain't going out with them. Then it was one that said he went out with his son. He said, one time he went out with his son. And they went to this little spot. Both of them liked that little spot. So I guess what happened is they may have gone at different times. But this particular time, they decided to go together and meet their little friend now. Lo and behold, while they were smashing the same woman, come here. They go to the same little spot. Say it could be a sports bar. Go to the same spot. He said they would go at different times or different days. They went together the same day. And don't tell nobody. They were smashing the same woman. Ain't that something? Now, who y'all think felt bad? Do y'all think the dad and the son feel bad, or do y'all think the woman feel bad? They were smashing the same woman. That was both of they women. That was both of they woman. And they didn't even know. They didn't find out until they went out together that particular day. And come to find out they were smashing the same woman. Now, ain't that something? But that, again, I don't know if the dad was wrong. Was the dad going to the 30, 35 and up club and met the woman there and she was a young woman? Or was the son going to the older watering hole because he liked the blues and R&B, and maybe he met the woman there and she was an older woman? Which one? But nevertheless, they were smashing the same woman. Hey, Dana. Ain't that something, y'all? Man, that's something else. So, that's why I say, people these days, and we know that when you start to get a certain age, you don't want to get you. People my age don't want to, that I've been seeing. They don't want to live in their truth. That they're that age. They want to wear the provocative clothes. They want to wear what their daughters wearing. They're trying to see who can be finer. The mama competing with the daughter because the mama got a nice shape. You with the blonde hair, the blonde wigs and all that, and you got these, little skimpy outfits. And your daughter may not even dress like that. You got one daughter that dress like that. You have another one that don't. She's, more conservative. But you want to compete with, and she looks nice, well put together. When she come on and post up pictures and stuff, she's well put together. I always compliment her. Always compliment. But on some things she wear, I feel you should have left that at, what's that place? Cindy's, Cats, Victoria Porn Secret. You should have left that there. You shouldn't have came out with that. You showing too much skin. You showing too much booty and cat. You showing too much of that. Too much skin. And you should leave that where it's at. Now, okay, you competing and you want to show your shape, how fine you are and everything, but still at a certain point, you need to leave some of that stuff. You can show your shape without showing everything. And that's not saying it's something for younger people to wear to the club and stuff. Stripper material. That's what some of y'all be looking like. That you straight up out the strip club. That's how they was looking at the livestock show. Livestock show and rodeo. Booty, 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 booty everywhere. I wish I could post some of them pictures on here. I mean, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous. And it wasn't my shade and my skin color. It was the other ones too. Ridiculous. And I say, you know what? I wish I would have been there so I could have took their face. Because just taking the picture from behind, yeah, they know they had it on. And the people around them that don't know they had it on. And they might have told their friend, girl, I got this outfit, girl, I'm going to be banging at the livestock show and rodeo. But trust me, had their face been on there, a side view, and you work somewhere professional, and you out there like that, and some people, like I say, Texas is an at-will state. They can fire you. I ain't got to tell you why. Or it might tell you that, yeah, what you had on the Houston Livestock and Rodeo, you can't represent our company like that. Cut you like a knife. Let you go. You know. But I wish y'all could have seen some of that. That was something. One lady, I was y'all. I had the phone sideways because I was trying to examine how did she get in that skirt. That skirt was about as small as this book. That skirt was about as small as this book. I was trying to figure out how she got that around her waist and for it to be hiced up and your mushroom it looked like mushrooms from the bottom hanging out that skirt. I was trying to figure out how she was able to fasten that skirt. She must have went to what's that is something that got TOO in it is where it was a clothing store, Mommy and Me Too or two something, and the other two was the little girl stuff, and then it had a shop for the moms too. It was something. It ended in TOO. I can't remember what the name of it was. She must have shopped over there where the little children section was. It was awful. And they didn't just have one, they had several. And then one, I told y'all, she had that thing cut, them shorts cut up. And right in front of her, or maybe two people in front of her, was this little boy with his mom. The mom was dressed with her blue jeans on and her nice top and her boots. And the little boy was just running wild or whatever. I said, boy, if you just happen to come a few more steps, your mama let you loose and you come a few more steps, that boy was going to be traumatized. He might have been traumatized, for one, because he had to go in the women's restroom. So I'm pretty sure when his mama finished and he finished, he seen all of that. Because he was that little where he had to go in the restroom with his mama. He wasn't big enough to go in no big man's restroom. Or at least I wouldn't have let him in no big man restroom. Yeah, but I mean, it was it was out there, y'all. It was out. I mean, one. They got one lady. They got her side view. Why she looked like a busted up kid? Her side view, she looked like a busted up can of biscuits. She done went somewhere and they done gave her some injections in her behind, and her behind and legs don't match. It didn't match. And then she looked like a busted can of biscuits. I say, Lord have mercy, what's wrong with her? It was sad. But then that's the same people that went out to them clubs. But it was some older women in them clubs with them youngins dressed like that. Dressed like that. And then that's how you end up. Your young daughter got a man, and then you end up sleeping with her man. He might be her age, but you trying to compete with your daughter. So, sometimes men eyes wonder. Not saying it's right for them to do it, but they might feel, oh, the daughter is like this. Oh, well, her mama got to be real good, real right. So they don't have a problem with that. And then the mama don't have a problem with it either. And who gets hurt in the end? The daughter, the young girl. And that breaks families up. That breaks families up all the time. Or the cousins or the sisters. Yeah, but partying with your child, that was the conversation. And a lot of them some of them said that I don't see nothing wrong with it. It was some of the women. But the men, I was surprised that the men were saying no. I don't want to go somewhere with my daughter and then somebody touch her, got their hand in the nape of her back, and then I'm going to be ready to steal off her. Daddy said, I don't want to be in the club with my daughter, somebody touching her or close to her behind or grabbing her behind. He said, I'm gonna want to steal off on that growth. No, I ain't going out with her. No, no. He said no. I might want to hurt somebody. He said no, so I don't want to go out with my daughter. I don't want to go out with my son. No. We at home, we have family over, we partying like that. I don't even have a problem with them maybe drinking in front of me. We at home. But I'm not going drinking, hanging out on the corner with her. No, the most you need to be doing is shopping, going to the nail shop, maybe go to the hairdresser together, something like that. You could be your child's friend, but not their friend. You need to kind of be the friend that's going to tell them right from wrong. But you're going to have to set an example so you can lead by example. Don't go be doing stuff and then you want to tell them not to do it. They going to only do what they see and what they've been taught. If you strict and firm and stuff like that, and you be their friend where you feel they can come and talk to you. These days, these kids don't want to talk to you and tell you what's going on. They just do what they got to do. I was reading the other day, this young boy, he must have had a bad day y'all might have seen it on Facebook or YouTube, had a bad day at school or whatever. He didn't want to talk to his mom. They get on these games and they be playing these games, and all of them, the mom was on the computer, the daughter and both sons was on the computer, so they was playing their games and stuff. And the boy had been complaining that the internet had been going slow or having them playing the game. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to get off of here. So he turned around. He changed the password some kind of way so that when he got on the game wasn't running slow for him. And they didn't have a password. So the mama went and unplugged the router or something. You can tell I don't know nothing about electronics. They come in here, put whatever they gonna put in here. No telling, they could be playing the bomb. They come in here and they put what they gonna put. I don't fool with nothing. If something go wrong, I try to do what I can do. Unplug the TV, plug it back. If it don't come back on, I get on the phone and I call her. It's got to be something else going on. So he raised saying because she took the thing and he couldn't play his game. She said, well, I know what you did. She said, you changed the password. And she said, if you don't change the password back to what I had it, I'm going to take it off again and I'm going to keep it. And none of us going to be on the computer or playing games or whatever. So he did that and he got mad and was, just going into a rage or whatever. So the sister came and she was an older sister, so she seen he was in rage. So she called herself, trying to bear hug him and hug him, I guess to show her support of, bro, it's not that serious. What's going on? What you spazzing out on? Well, he broke a loose away from her and put her in a headlock. He put her in a headlock. And he wouldn't let that sister go. The sister was kicking and hitting and fighting and all of this. He wouldn't let the sister go. The mom got on him and was trying to, let her go, trying to pull him away from the sister. Oh, they was trying and she was just steady wiggling. He steady had a hold on her. He wouldn't, mama say, let her go. So when he wouldn't let her go, the mom called 911. So, okay, they got like a domestic situation going on. After that, mama go back trying to get him to let her go. Sister steady, screaming, squirming, trying to get away. Okay, the little brother jumped on his back, tried to hit him and make him let it go. He was just in a rage. Wouldn't let the sister go. Wouldn't let the sister go. Could nothing get him to let the sister go. The little brother went call 911 about 5 minutes after the mama called. And still wouldn't let the sister go. She steadied till the police got there. And the police got there and they told him, son, let her go, let her go. He wouldn't let her go. He wouldn't let her go. They drew down on him. When I say drew down on him, they drew the gun. Pulled the gun out, drew down on him. He finally let her go. They called EMS, had EMS to move up. The sister was unconscious. He choked her unconscious. So, of course, once they got him, to let her go or whatever, one officer subdued him, the other one, trying to give the daughter CPR, and then the ambulance moved up, they transported or whatever. She coded, and stuff like that. But he wouldn't let her go. And the sister passed. He choked her out. He was choking her so hard that he knocked the wind out of her. He cut her oxygen supply to her brain. And basically, she ended up being brain dead. And a couple of days later, she passed. She passed. Why were you so angry that nothing? That was demon possessed. He had to be possessed. 16 years old. You unalive your older sister. Now I'm pretty sure once he settled down, calmed down, and thought about came back into his body. Hey, go get her. Once he came back into his body and had time to think and realize where he was behind them bars, what happened. I'm pretty sure the detectives and stuff told him what happened. That he choked the eye. His only sister. So mad from whatever happened at school or whatever happened that day, and got upset because the mom took the router from the unplugged it so nobody could play on the computer, nothing. And he got mad because he had to change the passcode back, and he started playing the game. His game was running slow or whatever, and so he went into outrage behind the mama. And the sister came in to try to show him some love, then grabbed him and was hugging him. And he didn't want that. All he saw was demons or whatever. Maybe the enemy from the game. Maybe he turned into the monster and he choke hold her. And yeah, autopsy showed that oxygen from the brain, and then she had abrasions on her neck. So whether he meant to do it or he didn't mean to do it, you going to prison for the rest of your life. 16. Yeah. So these kids, like I say, that's come from being kids, being too friendly with your children and not being stern. Some parents, I don't know if it was dad in the house or whatever. It was none mentioned. Y'all see it all the time. It happened when these, I told y'all one time before, little 7-year-old mama took the game from him, the iPad or whatever, and he broke her big screen TV, and he's standing up there like, I'm mad. And that's what he was telling, I'm mad. I don't know what I'd have done to him. He'd have been mad, all right. He'd have been mad and red and bruised and everything else. That'd have been one time he didn't have to worry about going to school. Because you wouldn't have went to school to them bruises. I'd have put an orange in a sock and I'd have beat the heck out of him. That's old. I heard that growing up. These children talking about calling 911 or whatever. Well, it ain't gonna be no visible bruises because I put an orange in the sock and I'll beat your tail. That'll be one time you ain't gotta worry about going to school. Yeah, you can be off. He's sick. You'll be off a couple of days. But it happens. It happens. But like I said, going out with my parent ain't gonna happen. They have a function at the house, and if we're allowed to be in there, okay. When we were growing up, you couldn't even sit in there with grown folks. You be sitting there and be looking up in their face like this. Don't be looking in nobody's face and nobody's mouth to see what they saying. Get out of here. Go in the room. Go in the room with the children. Don't be sitting up in here with grown folk business. We didn't do all of that. So why would you think it would be okay for me to go out with my parent? So, some kids don't want to do that either. Or they shame that they mama, going out with them and stuff like that. So they don't want to do that. But yeah, that was a topic today on the radio. Partying with your children, going out clubbing with your children. So they had, like I said, they had some good answers and stuff, but they didn't want to do that. They didn't want to do that. So let me check to make sure I done spoke to everybody. I always like to do that because there's always somebody that snuck up in here and I didn't say hello, and I don't want to miss anybody because everybody is important to me. I hope y'all had a good day today. Some of y'all may be going out partying to the club tonight. Don't you start laughing when you think about what Classy Lady said. That y'all out there partying with y'all children. Drinking and drugging. Ike used to, what's love got to do with it? Ike used to do drugs with his children. Over Collins. Hey, Vesty. Oval. Tracy. I think I said hey to Tracy. But anyway. Weena. Hello. See, that's 3 people I missed. I don't know. I wonder if that woman was married too. Vanessa, I hope you made it home safely. Like I said, I want to thank everybody for coming over and dropping in the chat, saying hello. I appreciate y'all for coming. Y'all could have been anywhere else, but you chose to come over and listen to Classy Lady. Glory to glory. How you doing? So anyway, that's going to be all, folks, for me on Friday night. If y'all going out somewhere, whether it's going out to dinner, because it's still early in some people's states. If you're going partying, if you're going drinking, call an Uber. Be a designated driver. Don't go partying with your kids tonight. Have a good night. If you're drinking at home, be safe. Don't be fighting. Don't be fighting. It ain't that serious. It ain't that serious. Think about the consequences and what could happen after that if it goes a little bit too far. We all like our freedom. Some of us been locked up before. Some of us haven't been. So the ones been locked up, you don't want to go back, and the ones that ain't been locked up, you sure don't want to go. If you like me, you like your freedom. You like to be able to get up and go whenever you want to go, and not when somebody tell you to go. Especially if you're grown, you done been raised, so you grown, so you ought to know right from wrong. You ought to know right from wrong. And like no sin is greater than the other one. But pretty much, if you know you're doing something wrong, yours is greater than the one that do the same thing you do and didn't know that it was wrong. So think about that. You never know. I'm Classy Lady. Thank y'all for coming. Hit the like button. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. I am trying to get to my 1,000 subscribers. When I get to that 1,000, we're going to have another drawing like we did. I picked St. Patrick's Day. That was a good day to do it. I blessed 3 people for lunch that day. For the next day, I blessed them that night for lunch the next day. So they should have had a pretty good lunch with what I blessed them with. So with that being said, I come on at 8 o'clock every night unless I'm going to take a break. Tomorrow I may be behind the camera because I have to look at my hair. It's normally shampoo day. I may shampoo my hair and I may not. But if I shampoo my hair, I'll have a bonnet on and I don't want to come on camera with a bonnet. But anyway, tomorrow, Lord bless, Lord say the same, 8 o'clock, same channel, different day, same lady. And I don't like to say goodbye, but angels on everybody's pillows. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for coming over. And Classy Lady will see y'all later.